If you check the most video games sold of each Nintendo console, you will find the expected suspects. Mario Kart is at least top 3 in Olsen. The most sold is Mario Kart 8. Makes sense, the Switch is the most sold console in history. The second one is Mario Kart Wii. Despite the amount of bull in this game, it was very popular and had a bundle with the Wii. The third one is Mario Kart DS. It sold 23 million units. That is almost double the amount of Wii U sold. Given this fact, I think it's fair to ask, is Mario Kart DS the best mobile game ever made? All of the best Mario Kart games has some sort of gimmick that makes them stand up. Double Dash has the double person car. You can pick two characters that can be switched mid-race. The combination of these characters can determine the car you will use, along with a special item. Mario Kart 8 has gliding, underwater, and anti-gravity driving, and Mario Kart Wii has bull. When you compare it to that, Mario Kart DS doesn't seem to really have anything to stand up. This can definitely play both as a strength, but also as a weakness. If someone has played any other Mario Kart, this game will offer a very straightforward approach, compared to something like Double Dash, where some people may be put off by the relay mechanic. So this gameplay experience definitely will be the most welcoming to jump into, but that also makes it bland. At first glance, there is not much reason to play or revisit this entry. However, this was definitely not the case when this game was released. For his time, it was the best Mario Kart game you could play. This is not the first handheld entry. That would have been Mario Kart Super Circuit for the GBA. But the jump between these two games is large. For example, this game is actually good. This one is also actually in 3D. Of course, some corners had to be cut, and so you end with models that look like they went through several JPEG compressions. But still, from the perspective of someone in 2005, this is very impressive. Also, it's worth talking about the tracks. Many people incorrectly said that this was the first entry to introduce tracks from previous games. But actually it's more accurate to say that Super Circuit did this first. But this doesn't take much from this game. Super Circuit only included tracks from Super Nintendo, and since both games are in 2D, it's not like you see them in a different light. Compared to that, Mario Kart DS takes from all previous games and reintroducing many of them to 3D for the first time. Unfortunately, a lot of these ones are not very good, like Baby Park. There has been an online campaign to make it seem like this is not only good, but one's the best track of Mario Kart. I believe these people are paid by Miyamoto himself. The only way to make this track more boring will be making it a straight line. Driving in the suburbs below the speed line with my grandma in the passenger seat will be more interesting than this. Get this NASCAR shit off here. Despite some entries not being very good, the set list is still solid. Some of the best race courses in the whole franchise were introduced here. Waluigi Pinball is very frequently praised, but my favorite here is TikTok Clock. In my opinion, this required the most skill in the whole game. It's definitely not for beginners, but advanced players will definitely have the most fun. Almost as a contradiction to what I said previously, there is something unique in this Mario Kart. Some so that it has never been seen in any other game, the Mission Mode. The Mission Mode is an extra gameplay option where you can complete 7 levels, each one with 8 challenges. Drive backwards, destroy the enemies, collect the coins. There are several missions here. Once you complete 8, you are able to face the boss of the level. This is definitely a unique mode for the game, but it doesn't have a lot of replayability. Once you are done, there is not really a reason for coming back. And at the end of the day, what you're really interested is in the racing. It's Mario Kart after all. Which brings me to my main problem with this game. This game barely implements the dual screen into the gameplay. Sure, you can see the map while racing, but when you compare it to what other DS games do, it feels lacking. I would have liked to see some implementation for the touchscreen, outside of making an emblem you can even see most of the time. Maybe having to interact with the screen to use an item or something like that. This could definitely make racing more distracting, but it also will be more engaging. To conclude my thoughts, Mario Kart DS is a solid experience, but it lacks a decisive punch. It certainly is not the best Mario Kart, much less the best mobile game. The primary reason for selling so much is because the Nintendo DS is the most sold console. It is the most sold console, Sony. Nobody buys your bull. Do you smell that? It smells like Mario Kart Wii. If you like the video, please consider subscribing and supporting the channel by donating to my PayPal.